Good morning, my dear students of class 8. I welcome you all to this new class of social science where we are completing the last chapter of civics for this online examination, which is subjective. So, the chapter is judiciary, where after introduction, we will move towards the next further topics for the explanation of chapter judiciary. So, children, in the previous class, we have seen actually that what was the importance of judiciary in a country, then what is the role of judiciary, where we saw dispute resolution, judicial review, upholding laws and enforcing fundamental rights. Then we saw independent judiciary, because judiciary is not emphasized by anyone, judiciary is not under anybody's influence. Now let us come to the structure of courts in India. Since we have independent judiciary system in India, we have a structure of courts. We cannot have just one court open for everybody. We have step-by-step structure of the courts in India. So there are 3 different levels of courts in our country. Several courts are at the lower level, while only one at the apex level. Apex is the top level, which is on top. So number 1, the base, district level or subordinate courts. Most people interact at this level. Whenever we get to hear any case hearing about someone, people go and interact and go for their hearings in this level of court, which is subordinate court or district level court. Each district is presided by district judge, right children? Second level, which is state level court, which is high court. Subordinate court, high court. So high court is the highest court of the state. So in one state, for example UP, you will see different district courts, right? And then those district courts, then if they are unable to pass a judgment or somebody is not satisfied with the judgment from district court, will make an appeal to further level of court, which is the high court. High court are the highest level of court in one state. And the last on top apex level is the Supreme Court, children. The Supreme Court of India is the highest judicial authority. It is located in New Delhi and it is presided over the Chief Justice of India. The decisions made by Supreme Court are binding on all other courts of India. If Supreme Court has declared anything or has passed any judgment, then that judgment has to be a binding factor for all the courts. All the courts have to accept that judgment, children, right? Now, after the courts level, in India, we have an integrated judicial system, meaning that the decision made by the higher courts are binding on the lower courts, as all these different levels of courts are connected to each other, isn't it? If Supreme Court is giving an order, both the courts have to listen to. If higher court, then all the district courts. So there is a connectivity, there is a chain of connectivity between the 3 levels of courts. Now, appellate system. What is this appellate system? This means that a person can appeal to a higher court if they believe that the judgment passed by the lower court is not justified or is not right. Suppose 2 parties have fought a case and party A has won, while party B thinks that the judgment is not fair. So from getting the judgment from subordinate court, party B can apply for hearing in the high court. Same if the high court judgment also, if anyone is not satisfied, may apply for Supreme Court. But Supreme Court is the highest binding factor, children. Now, let us see what type of branches our courts deal. There must be some kind of cases, some legal branches in which our courts are dealing, isn't it? Now, civil law, criminal cases. Excuse me, children. Civil law is, it deals with the behavior that constitutes an injury to an individual or other private party, such as cooperation. While criminal cases, children, deals with the behavior which can be explained as an offense, crime, where there is a crime against public, society or the state or country, and then the immediate victim is an individual. Now, example of civil cases. negligence resulting in injury or death, or property cases or divorce cases, right? Family issues. Now, examples of criminal cases: murder, assault, robbery, drunken driving. So these are the examples of criminal cases. So children, I would stop the class here for you to go back to the charter and read it and understand if any point is not clear. We will meet in the next class. Till then, bye bye and take care, children.